What's up, dudes? So this is kind of a special build to me. It is 100% original and 100% from my noggin. I grew up in Florida, Satellite Beach, Florida, to be precise. And when I got to be in junior high, I started surfing. And before that, I was more of a skateboarder, but that transitioned eventually into really finding a love for surfing. And there was this one particular time when the waves were good. And like I say, junior high, I was in like 7th or 8th grade, and the boys and I had been checking out the surf, and we were kind of missing out on it, and because of school, and needed to get on it before the waves fizzled out, because they're on the east coast of Florida. When the waves are good, you got to get after it, because it doesn't last forever. They fizzle out, and then you're left with flatness, nothing rideable. So anything above knee high is like game on. And it was like waist to chest high, which was awesome. I remember asking my parents if I could go before school, since the getting was good. They were reluctant, but as long as I was safe and had somebody to go with, they said, okay, fine, just be careful. And so I went and knocked on my buddy's window bright and early. Well, actually not bright and early, dark and early, before the sun came up. Doppler Dunn, Eric Dunn, if you're out there. Devin, Chad, Mike G, Beavis, where are y'all at? The boys weren't having it. They were too tired in the morning. They didn't want to go. So I was kind of on my own. I went ahead and went to a popular beach, figuring that there would be other people out there. And I was right. There were some older guys out there. And so I went ahead and went for it. And paddled out and caught some beautiful waves while the sun was rising, this beautiful orange color shining through the waves. It was an epic moment for me as a young man, one that I never forgot and one that I never will forget. And so that's what this piece is inspired by. It was inspired by that time as a young man when I was one with the ocean and with nature and with the power of the earth and those waves, harnessing the power of those waves, and then going to school later with salt and sand in every crevice, and loving it, just stoked, totally stoked over that experience. And so that's where this piece comes from. Shortly after, we moved to basically the geographical center of the United States, in Kansas. Southeast Kansas, kind of Flint Hills area, and that life I had to leave behind, and but I never forgot. And occasionally we still find the ocean and go visit. I'm a little too. It's not like riding a bike. You don't just go back and jump right on. It's a challenge. When I've gone back years later, it's a struggle. I'm not as in shape as I used to be, and a little more top heavy. So I try, but it's hard to stand up anymore. It's still always a lot of fun, and helping my kids, push my kids into waves is a blast. Definitely like to go back and visit, and we enjoy Kansas as well, though. The peaceful, secluded, quiet, solitude. There's not a lot of people where we live. We've got a little chunk of land to call our own. And anyway, I just thought I'd tell the story behind this build instead of just tell you how I build. You can gather that by just watching. So anyway, I built this in the middle of winter, probably at least a week's long straight of no sunshine, dreary, wet, cold, pretty miserable days. So having something like this to hang on the wall, which I will be making more, was, and just having this in my mind kept me warm in my soul. So anyway, peace and love, friends.